Welcome everyone, and good evening, students, parents, faculty, staff, friends, and distinguished guests. It is my pleasure to welcome you all to the Riverside STEM High School Commencement Ceremony for the class of 2025. My name is Rima Vase, and I am proud to represent the class of 2025 as the Master of Ceremony. Let me now introduce Emmanuel Koenig, who will lead us in the flag salute and the playing of our national anthem.
Thank you. Hello. Please join us in standing for the Pledge of Allegiance with your right hand over your heart. Ready? Begin. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. Please remain standing. It is my pleasure to introduce the Riverside STEM Academy Band led by Mr. Watts, who will be playing the Star-Spangled Banner. Thank you. You may now be seated.
Thank you, Mr. Watts and the band. Joining me on stage tonight is our counselor, Miss Sandy Esquieta, Teacher of the Year, Mr. Ponce, Assistant Principal, Dr. Lily Lembo, and Principal, Dr. Mark Caldwell. I would also like to welcome all the teachers and staff who are here tonight. It is an honor to have two distinguished individuals join us on stage this evening. First, I would like to introduce Dr. Jacqueline Perez, Assistant Superintendent of the Riverside Unified School District. And we are especially pleased to have Dr. Noemi Hernandez-Alexander, who is the Vice President of the Riverside Unified School District Board of Education, as our first speaker this evening.
Here we are. Good evening, graduates. I'm so happy to be with you. It is an honor to be here with you this evening to celebrate you, to celebrate your success. You know, as we think about success, we all know that success doesn't come alone, that it is not achieved alone. No success is achieved without sacrifice. And the first to sacrifice for us are our families. Families, this accomplishment is yours as well. You committed to enroll your child, first of all. Then you sat in the unknown, waiting and waiting for your lottery number to be called. Then the real commitment began. To get your kid across town every single day and on time for maybe since 5th grade. Parents, that is the most major accomplishment. And I want graduates to give their parents some love and give them a big round of applause of thank you for investing in your future, in your education. You know, as I prepared for today's words, I asked my daughter, Zoe, who is currently a junior, will be going into her senior year. And I said, tell me something about this year's senior class. What's been your observation? And she said, you know, they are a very creative, very kind, and very hardworking class. I said, okay, so hardworking, they're locked in, they're disciplined students. And that made me think of a story that I once heard about Phil Knight, the co-founder of Nike. How many sneakerheads do we have in the room today? Yeah, raise your hand, loud and proud. So like, I know that over the last couple of years, we've been giving Adidas some love and wearing Sambas everywhere all the time. But for those of you who still like their Nike shoes, like your Cortezes or your Jordans or your Air Forces, this story might be of interest to you. So the story goes that Phil Knight was in a room in a conference, very similar to this one, and he was explaining what the slogan, "Just Do It," means. And so he starts with asking the audience, who here runs for exercise? And most raise their hand. It was a room full of, high-achieving people, so they raise their hands. And then he says, who runs more than twice a week? And fewer people raise their hands. And then he said, who is out there running in the dark when it's cold, before anyone else wakes up, or in the night after the sun has gone down? And as you can imagine, only the most dedicated athletes raise their hands. And then he says, next time you're out there in the dark running, and it's cold, and it's dark, and you are all alone, Nike's there standing under the streetlight cheering you on. You see, Nike created the slogan, "Just Do It," to empower and celebrate not just those who win, but those who do, those who try and fail and try again, those who take risks, and those who do the hard things when no one is watching, when there is no one to perform for. That is integrity, that is determination, and that is discipline. And that is what Just Do It is all about. Just Do It means that you acknowledge the challenge before you is hard and it's scary, but you do it anyway. Well, you just did it. You just finished this race, and after some rest, you will be at the starting line of your next race. We all start our race at a different place in our lives, different starting points. Some say that it's not how you start a race, but how you finish. I maintain that it's not just how you finish, but how you run the race. So decide today, graduates, how you will run this next race. When life starts to life and things get hard, how will you respond? Your character is built by how you respond when things get hard. So commit to yourself that you will run your next race with determination, with the same discipline that you had in this race, and with the integrity that you hold. That you will do the hard things when no one is watching. So as you leave STEM Academy to leave your mark on this world, as I know you will, I hope that you leave a legacy. As you seek a profession, I hope you find purpose. As you seek work, I hope you find the joy of serving. And as you seek to be understood, I hope you seek to understand. And as you seek knowledge, I hope you find wisdom. So run with endurance the race that is before you, graduates. Be strong and be courageous. Finally, as you run the marathon of life, sometimes with others, most days by yourself, know that your family, your friends, and your RUSD fam will be standing under the street light, cheering you on. Congratulations, grads.
Thank you, Dr. Hernandez-Alexander. Now, please welcome our STEM High School principal, Dr. Caldwell, who will share some remarks with the class of 2025.
Thank you. Good evening, graduates, families, and honored guests. First, let me congratulate the class of 2025. As I reflect on this past year, this is my first year here at STEM Academy, I realize that in many ways, I've been walking a path very similar to the one that you're about to begin. Like you, I stepped into something completely new. I left the comfort of my familiar routines, close colleagues, and the certainty of my previous role. I arrived at this campus as a new face, not knowing anyone. Similarly, many of you are preparing to leave the familiarity of your home, your school, and friends, and step into a world where everything will probably feel different. And yes, that can be a little scary, and I felt that too. But here's the beautiful part. That initial discomfort didn't last. It gave way to growth, to connection, and to a sense of belonging that I could never have predicted. I found friends, mentors, and community that welcomed me, just as I know you will find in your next chapter. In fact, I've really enjoyed getting to know all of you. And if you remember, as a commemoration, I invited you all to add your signature to the Class of 2025 yard sign. I have it here for evidence. And I'm going to hang this in my office with pride so that I can always remember each and every one of you. And little did you know, at the statement, I added a small, on the top, I added a small statement. And it says, as I read here, I agree to donate 1% of my yearly income to STEM Academy. And I want to thank you in advance for those donations. I'm hoping you all become millionaires. When I got to STEM Academy, I had to learn the ropes, the culture, the unwritten rules, the procedures that everyone else seemed to already know. And you'll face that too. So ask questions. Be curious. Be open to learning. You'll find your footing, just as I did. And let's be real, things didn't always go according to plan. Sometimes a new initiative didn't quite land that I hoped that it would. Sometimes I faced unexpected challenges. My own path to becoming the principal of this school wasn't straightforward. I applied to be the assistant principal at this school about 8 years ago. And I realized that that would have been your first year here. But I didn't get that job. I was offered a different role at a different school. And for a moment, it may have felt like a setback to me. And you'll have those moments too. Maybe a tough exam, maybe a misstep, maybe a time when you're feeling like you're just not getting it. But those moments aren't failure. They're feedback. And they're part of the process. Learn from them, adjust, keep moving forward. One of the most important lessons I've learned this year is that you don't have to know everything. I leaned on our veteran teachers, counselors, the team, my administrative team, even some of you as students. Their wisdom guided me more than they probably realize, and I want to thank each and every one of them for that. As you step into your next phase, maybe college, maybe a program, maybe a job, remember that asking for help is not a weakness. It's a smart move. There will always be people there ready to support you. Professors, mentors, advisors, friends, seek them out. Now, here's probably the most important piece of advice I can give you tonight. Find what you're passionate about and pursue it relentlessly. I accepted a different position and I kept growing. I kept working hard and eventually the door opened and now I stand here today speaking tonight as your principal. That is the power of passion. And when you're driven by something you love, it energizes you. It keeps you going even when your path seems hard or uncertain. Passion won't always give you a straight road, but will give you direction. And that makes all the difference. So as you go forward, don't chase someone else's version of success. Chase the thing that sets your heart on fire and pursue it with everything you've got. Class of 2025, I believe in you. We all do. And thank you for the joy, the laughter, and the memories you've given to this school. You've made your mark here, and now it's time to go make your mark on the world. I can honestly say this is the best class I have ever had here at STEM Academy.
Thank you, Dr. Caldwell. Now, may we please give a warm welcome to our 2025 Teacher of the Year, Mr. Alex Ponce.
Oh, so good to be seeing you all here today. And I just have a little message for all of you. So students, teachers, staff, parents, and distinguished guests, it's my great pleasure to be speaking to you at this momentous occasion. As a proud member of the school and the community, I believe I speak for everyone who has witnessed these students' journey when I say they're not only deserving of our celebration, but our continued encouragement as they step into the next chapter of their lives, right? So much has already been said about this remarkable class. Heartfelt tributes, a lot of good jokes, a lot of really cool anecdotes. I really can't top all that. And I'd like to leave you, dear students, just with a few final words from the heart. So I really am speaking to you, my students, one more time, just as I would in the classroom in third and fourth period. So look at it just like that, okay? Now I'll be honest. When I graduated 20 years ago, I was sitting exactly where you are. I was feeling hot, nervous, a little hungry, maybe, right? And I remember a single word that anyone said on my day. Not one. And I'm sure that they said inspiring things, just like we heard today. It was really, really great. And if you don't remember anything I say to you today, it's okay. Because I think what's more important is that you feel what you feel today. Take it all in. Let yourself feel everything, as Mrs. Murray told you, right? All of it. The nostalgia, the nerves. Be present and be grateful, okay? Now, I know class is technically over, and I can't give you any more homework. But I'm going to sneak in one last lesson to all of you. Don't worry, there's not going to be a quiz. No red boxes and areas anymore. So it's just for fun, okay? It begins a quote from one of my heroes, and I've told you this story before, so I'm just going to repeat it to you again. It's from Malcolm X in his autobiography, okay? He says, "People are always speculating why I am as I am. To understand that of any person, his whole life, from birth, must be reviewed. All of our experiences fuse into our personality. Everything that ever happened to us is an ingredient. It's a powerful reminder that we are not defined by one moment. We are a collection of experiences, good and bad, that shape who we become." Malcolm X's life is one of immense change. He went from hardship to enlightenment, from prison to purpose, and his stories teaches us that no matter how far we fall or how lost we might feel, we can still grow, we can still change, and we can still rise. And I don't share that lesson with you just because it sounds profound. I share it because I lived it. When I was your age, I was shy and full of self-doubt. Not much has changed. But I got decent grades and I coasted. Then I got to college and suddenly the safety of high school just kind of popped, right? I was overwhelmed, directionless. Eventually I flunked out. I came home without a degree, without a plan. At that time I thought, if this moment defines me, I'm a failure. But I was wrong. Failure isn't the end of your story. It's not the end of my story. It's part of the plot. What held me back wasn't the failure itself. It was thinking that failure was final. Slowly, with the help of people who believed in me, one of whom later actually became my wife, I got back up. I took classes. I learned how to learn. I discovered the passion for understanding the world and my place in it. And eventually, I became a teacher. Not because I always knew I wanted to be one, but because through struggle, I found that purpose. And you're part of that purpose. You've given me that purpose. So thank you immensely for that. So it took me 8 years, I know, out of high school to get my degree. But here I am. And every day I walk into the classroom, I think about how long it took. Not that, but how grateful I am that I made it. And how lucky I am now to be part of your story. Now we've come to the point in our story where we, your teachers and staff, have taken you as far as we can. It's time for you to write your chapter, your story. And as much as we'll miss you, and I'll miss you very dearly, I'm going to be cheering you on loudly, proudly, and maybe even a little embarrassingly, which I hope parents will do today. So remember this, you're not finished, you're just beginning. You're going to change, and you're going to grow. And believe me, that's the point. So thank you, class of 2025. Thank you for letting us be part of your journey. Thank you for letting me be part of your journey. Now, just like I know, go show in the world what you're made of. I miss you all.
Thank you, Mr. Ponce. Now, before we get into our student speeches, we have a special performance from one of our students who will be singing a cultural song. Please welcome to the stage, Osolayao Gonzalez.
Good evening, everyone. I wanted to sing a song that was impactful to me, and for somebody who is impactful to me, I wanted to sing it about my little sister. You know, I love her so much, and I care about her deeply. And I'm so glad she's still with me today. I'm proud of her, and she's driven me to, she's shown me how to be a big brother, how to be a student, how to be a role model, how to live life, and just know that I got to be an example for her. And grateful I got here the way I did. And just know that I love you, Kia. O ma kia yo hawe, 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 o ma kia yo hawe ahe o. Tonka shelaya, wonka tonka, o ma kia yo hawe, o ma kia yo hawe, o ma kia yo hawe ahe yo. O ma kia yo hawe, 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 o ma kia yo hawe ahe yo. Tonka shelaya, wonka tonka, o ma kia yo hawe, o ma kia yo hawe, o ma kia yo hawe ahe yo. I love you, Kia.
Thank you, Oslo. Next, I would like to invite our honorary student speaker, Tom Resnick.
Good evening, fellow seniors, families, faculty, and distinguished guests. My name is Tom Resnick, and I am deeply honored to stand here tonight and address you all one last time before the class of 2025 begins the next chapter of our lives. STEM is a one-of-a-kind community, and sometimes people don't understand what makes it so remarkable. Being at STEM since 5th grade, I can say that in addition to our wonderful families, our awesome teachers are a main reason that this school is so special. So now, our class wants to thank our teachers for their hard work and how they've changed the trajectory of our lives. Thank you to Ponce for always listening to us and giving us the full picture of history, to Dr. Young for your deep knowledge of biology and passion as a Science Olympiad coach, to Murray for your unwavering encouragement for us to be our authentic selves and engage in our community, to Moorhead for fostering creativity and independent thinking, to Fanning for making math interesting and exciting, to Griffiths for insisting that we get that pronunciation right, to West for pushing us to organize our writing and providing constructive feedback, and to Miss Dong, our newest teacher, for your smart, experienced, and kind style of teaching. One of the unique aspects of STEM is that we get to have classes with our teachers over multiple years, so they literally see us grow up over time. We're different people from when we took World History sophomore year compared to APUSH junior year, and how we are now in Gov Econ, and we were with Ponce through it all. Each teacher has been an amazing support to us and has genuinely changed our lives. Thank you. Another reason this school is so special is our class community. I feel we do not fully appreciate how unique this community is. Support instead of competition is what makes STEM in our class number one. Here I, and I hope all of you, have found a home, a solace from the crazy things that are happening in the world around us. In a time when diversity is under fire, STEM is not only a diverse community, but a community that values its diversity. Students protect each other, and as a group, we stick to our values. Most high schools breed conformity, but we celebrate differences. On the topic of the STEM community, I cannot talk about that without mentioning the realities of our campus facilities. Chronically underfunded buildings, rats in the classrooms, leaks in the roofs, the fire alarm going off every 5 seconds because the chem classroom doesn't have proper ventilation. These are the struggles we have dealt with. However, we are more than our facility. We have managed to foster a community of support that has pushed us to the top, making us, despite being one of the least funded high schools in the district, the best public high school in California. A major lesson I feel I have learned this year is that not everything has to be perfect. If you spend so much time thinking about how to optimize everything, be as efficient as possible, cram absolutely everything into an experience, then you lose the joy of that experience. It is not about where you spend your time, but the people you choose to spend your time with, and I can't imagine a better group of people to spend my time with. I am endlessly proud of how mature and kind we have all grown to be. I want to leave you with a specific memory that I feel is a powerful representation of our class, and that is the senior farewell dance. I know that was recent, but I still feel it's worth mentioning and remembering. When the last or almost last song played, everyone came together in a circle and danced and jumped up and down together. It was a really sweet moment, and I feel it represents a lot of at least my experiences with all of you. People have their differences. That's impossible to avoid when being together every day, but when it matters, we all come together as a class, and that is what I am most proud of. So on that note, I have a final quote from The Lord of the Rings, of course. I will not say, do not weep, for not all tears are an evil. Congratulations, class of 2025.
Thank you, Tom. I am proud to introduce our senior class president, Stephen Pena, to deliver the second student speech.
Hello. This may be a surprise to a lot of my peers, but during middle school, I was someone who went under the radar and only had a couple of friends. So as I was starting here in 9th grade, I was really nervous. I didn't know anyone, and my first goal for the first week here was just to find a place where I could fit in and maybe just make one friend. My expectations were completely shattered. Instead of just finding a place where I could fit in and be accepted, I was accepted. By not just this school, but by all of you, and I'm really grateful for that. The reason I'm giving this speech is to express how grateful I am that I was able to attend a place like STEM, With such a small campus and such small classes, I was able to grow as a person, branch out, and become more social. Something I didn't know would have happened if I attended a normal school. However, it wasn't just the size of the school that helped me branch out, it was all of you. The graduating class of 2025. You were the ones that made me feel at home here and made me look forward to the next day that I get to spend with amazing people. Each of you is unique and interesting in your own way. I had so much fun getting to know you, hearing your stories, and sharing countless laughs together, whether it was during group projects, lunchtime conversations, or just hanging out. The memories we've made are things that I'll always cherish. As we move on to new adventures, I hope that all of you truly understand just how amazing each one of you is, and I hope that you continue to show others the same kindness, acceptance, and love that you showed me. Thank you for making these years unforgettable. Congratulations, class of 2025.
Thank you, Stephen. Seniors, please join the band at this time. Now, as they go, please welcome Mr. Chris Watts, leading the STEM band in a performance of the Sousa Palooza. thank you to the STEM band and a special thanks to those seniors who participated today. Now, as they return, I would also like to take this time to express my gratitude to the senior class. Each and every one of you has worked so hard for this moment, and I'm forever grateful to have gotten to know you all. I cannot wait to see what you all accomplish and what you all will do to make this world a better place. So, at this time, Dr. Caldwell, will you please come forward to initiate the presentation of the class of 2025?
Students, at this time, it is time to certify that you receive your diplomas. Dr. Hernandez Alexander, will you please join me at the podium? It is my duty and pleasure to certify that the graduates... Oh, please stand. It is my duty and pleasure to certify that the graduates standing before you have met all the qualifications as set forth by the state of California and have satisfied all graduation requirements as established by the Board of Education in the Riverside Unified School District. I present to you the Riverside STEM Academy graduating class of 2025.
Graduates, congratulations on your accomplishments. Riverside Unified School District is very proud of you. It gives me a great honor and pleasure on behalf of the Board of Education of Riverside Unified School District to accept the Riverside STEM Academy class of 2025. I ask that at this time that they be awarded their diplomas. Congratulations.
Can you help me? We're going to move the podium over to that side.
I think that's good. Naima Adams. Arham Ahmad. Roman Alexander. Joaquin Alvarez. Johanna Bakhtiar. Nolan Barbosa. Johara Ben Said. Ian Bolin. Ram Braslaw. Jordan Canty. Valerie Castillo. Daniel Chaudhry. Kanai Chun. Brendan Comfort. Ruben Coquilia. Mason De La Rosa. Muhammad Faisal. Cristobal Flores. Osaloyaut Gonzalez. Zoe Goodwin Greenbaum. Nadine Hashem. Santana Huang. Shelby Kamau. Mason Keyworth. Emmanuel Koenig. Lorelei Larson. Andre Lennox. Marco Manzanilla. Zainab Mapara. Chase Malden. Jonathan Methapara. Julian Methapara. Orion Najeko. Jordan Nguyen. Yubin O. Olia Park. Raleigh Clark Ramos Ponil. Stephen Pena. Abigail Perez Aguirre. Vanessa Portillo. Tom Resnick. Amaya Richburg. Malia Smith. Naomi Spencer. Crystal Taylor. Rosaitzela Uriostegui. Rima Vase. Dominic Villaseñor. Kezia Wood. Joshua Yim. Mandy Zhang.
Graduates, please rise. It has been truly an honor to serve you as principal during this, your final year at STEM Academy. You may now move your tassel from the right side of your cap to the left side. Symbolic of the growth you have made as an individual and the transition that you now make into a future of your creation. Congratulations, class of 2025. Parents and friends, please allow our teachers, the honor escort, and our students to recess out of the midfield. After the students recess, please greet your student in front of the school or in the lunch court. Class of 2025, you are officially dismissed.